What's poppin' people, SSJAipom here with episode 5 of the Super Attack Analysis series. If you're new to the series, this is where we check out various mentor skills or iconic super attacks from parallel quests. These aren't skill tests or comparisons of skills, but if you'd like to see how they do against each other, check out the homie Super Saiyan Cabby 28 skill test playlist. Without further ado, let's get into the video. As always, we'll be using the thick female Saiyan Potan for testing purposes. Her stats aren't at all padding for damage in these tests, so note that this series is to show you guys useful ways to link into or use these unlocked super attacks if they're on your custom created character, or even on the cast character that might have them. In this video, we're going to be checking out the Future Gohan mentor that came out for free along with DLC Pack 1. Future Gohan is a pretty much beloved character throughout the Dragon Ball community, and he gives us a lot of interesting moves. We get Super Explosive Wave, Sonic Rush, Energy Dome, and one-handed Kamehameha Mk.II. I decided to cover Senko Ki Blast in this video because of one of his iconic moves as well, and I'll probably be going over one-handed Kamehameha like in a later time, not in this video. I don't know why. Very weird. First off, we're checking out Sonic Rush. This attack is supposed to do well against enemies at a far range, but it is a very finicky move because it works like a cinematic combo. There are 6 attacks in total, and you should know that your opponent can snap vanish out of this attack. This almost immediately means that you should only use it after a stamina break for like the safest uses. Interestingly enough though, if you use it against a guarding opponent, you'll appear behind them for the remaining 5 hits of the attack. Because it's a cinematic combo, it may drop on your opponent in connections below 3 bars, so be careful of that. I'd recommend using this attack after knockdowns close to the ground or after warping the direction you've knocked your opponent to. This way you don't waste momentum and you have like a decent chance of landing it. Because after a knockback, this thing will sometimes not even go all the way in terms of like how far it should travel, so you don't want to like kind of leave yourself out in the open looking kind of dumb. You can perform a hit confirmation trick by throwing a Ki Blast while far away and then activating the skill as soon as the Ki Blast lands. It's a finicky tactic that relies a lot on latency, but it's very badass when it lands. It looks dope.
That's an attack. I can see you've gotten better.
Super Explosive Wave shares its name with an evasive move, and it does with good reason. You should note that this skill takes 2 bars of Ki to fire. It's a fair trade because of the speed that this move shoots at and how much damage it actually does. Super Explosive Wave deals notable damage and increases damage while close to the target. After an opponent is stamina broken, you can link several Super Explosive Waves after short combos to create very respectable punishes. It's so fast it can fire after almost every combo, for real. This attack also has an advanced mechanic that lets it behave like an evasive move. Flicking the analog stick away from your target while activating the skill will cause the user to do a backflip before firing. Practice using this backflip version because it gives you invulnerability frames. Future Gohan especially benefits from having so many options to ignore or negate enemy damage with these moves. So doing the same on your own character is going to be just as good. It's very nice to be able to kind of stay mobile or back up from your opponent with an attack like this, and you can pretty much punish dash attacks if you get the timing down perfectly with these backflips, so it's definitely a good move to check out. And even if you just use it for the offensive version, the damage is ridiculous. Senko Ki Blast is a utility move that serves as an area of effect blind and evasive move if timed correctly. After its startup, this attack will grant the user invulnerability for a short while and shoot them up into the air while blinding hostile characters that touch the white ring that the move leaves. It does damage enemies, but the damage is usually like something you can ignore. It should be noted that the Senko Ki Blast blind effect cannot be blocked. You can plane shift back down to your opponent by double tapping X after using it to continue with melee combos after landing it. If you heavy knock down your target and Senko Ki Blast your enemy, they will actually stand back onto their feet for a very easy reset. There is currently a glitch involving the Senko Ki Blast where you can blind an enemy even if their back is turned, but to do this you just kind of have to move in front of the opponent for the blind to apply or whatever. I'd avoid using this move near the ceiling online because it acts a bit funky, and it's a very solid option after an opponent snap vanishes behind you or if you can time an opponent's incoming dash attack. I actually use it to dodge a Mystic Flash in the Kantan City Gauntlet in the one that I appear in. Using Gohan. That was a really stylish spot. Anyway, the one-handed Kamehameha Mk.II is an iconic ultimate attack that we see Gohan use against the androids. This attack has 2 advanced mechanics you need to know about before even touching it if you want to take it online. First and foremost, if you have 3 bars of stamina and 3 bars of Ki, you can use it at most points as if it were an evasive move. This is currently one of the only reliable ways to escape Dragon Fist online at the time of this recording. The second advanced mechanic is in the form of activating the skill again for the second pump of damage. This will require you to have about 6 bars of Ki in all, and pay attention to when you send out the second pump of damage. The later you do the move, the more damage the attack will get out. I'd recommend watching the hit counter until it goes up around 8 to 12 hits, and it's usually where you can find very good damage. Any later than that, you may miss out on the chance for the double input. we covered how to combo into this ultimate while on the ground as Future Gohan in the Build a Combo video, but I recommend just doing it after heavy stamina breaks on your custom created characters to be safe. Do not use it out in the open because it leaves you wide open to have your stamina broken in most cases. Only use it as an escape move in dire circumstances like an incoming Dragon Fist or something, you know, because you don't want to kind of throw the match away. It differs from the one-handed Kamehameha regular version because that one you can kind of combo into in the middle of your combos without doing the backflip. This one, I think the backflip is pretty much set in stone. You have to do it. So that's the major difference between the two. I don't believe that the one-handed Kamehameha, the regular version that you can just use, allows you to do the second pump of damage though. So that's something you gotta look out for if you are gonna go for that. But yeah, that is basically their differences. Energy Dome is an evasive move with team play most likely in mind when they made it. You can trigger the move and hold down the button to keep the barrier around yourself. This will likely push back enemies on contact and stop most energy attacks this way. It also has an advanced mechanic where you can trigger it twice to have the barrier grow around the user, and you can hold this expanded barrier in place by holding the button down. I can imagine triggering this skill in PvP or in a raid or something to try to protect an ally that is picking up a downed ally or something like that. The key cost needed to keep the barrier up is actually fairly low, but you should note that the skill will only let you keep it up for about 8 seconds at a time. Meaning, don't bank too much on this thing saving you forever, but it is an option to say the least, you know. I like it, it looks really nice and it covers a lot of distance. That, of course, is going to end off our breakdown section of the video, so we're going to be taking things into battle against Gohan himself. I wanted to see how effective Senko Ki Blast was in actual combat, so I was sure to use it the most in the fight. I try to keep myself from being left wide open in most of the events that I use it, but on the opposite side, you can see Gohan go for a very safe combo extension with Super Explosive Wave, so you can definitely learn a few things for sure in terms of when to throw these things out, or like, you know, what situations they might be best in. If you like the skills showcased in this video, check out Future Gohan. He is definitely a cast character with a moveset that works for him, I'd say, because of all the cancels that he does not have access to. And getting used to the iframes on his moves will definitely help you online when you're using him. You can also check out the Build a Combo video I did on him on the channel already, where we pretty much built a combo from the ground up to try to find ways to go into his ultimates that do over 15,000 damage. He has some really stylish looking stuff, to say the least. I hope this series of skill breakdowns help you guys out creating your own combos or need extensions when using Future Gohan or your own custom created character. Stay tuned for the next episode as we'll be checking out one of the Future Gohan's mortal enemies, or one half of the duo, I should say. And are there any skills you'd like for me to break down like this for you in the future? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Potan will probably be awkwardly twerking past Gohan because that is her thing. She's a free spirit. We let it happen. See you guys in the next video. Take care of yourself.